Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom. Today we're going to talk about, I don't know. I'm sitting here at the, we had to go to the bank and do our monthly thing. So it's first of the month here. And we're headed to our school. We got to go pick up a couple things and get ready for school on Monday. What's today? Is it Thursday or Friday, Ar? Thursday, she says. I think it's Friday, isn't it? Thursday, okay. She says it's Thursday, so stay tuned. Today we're going to talk about a couple things briefly. It's really just updates, maybe 7, 8, 9 topics. I have my trooper here, Omer. He is here waiting on his mommy to come back. He is just frantically looking for her. We talked about yesterday money and giving money to the family. How much do you give money to the family? Should you give money to the family? Some of the comments are, yes, they give money to the family. Some say they give it to them freely. Some say they don't give them any money. There's limitations. I say it's entirely up to you. You're on a budget. Everybody's on a budget. I don't care if you're getting $5 a month. You're still on a budget. And that $5 can go pretty quick. I know of an American that moved here and said, man, $5 is a lot of money. I can live in the U.S. on that. And I said, yeah, you can. You can actually live quite well on $5 a month coming in. And he said, he found here he spent more money than he did in the U.S. The reason why is he had this thing in his mind, 50 peso to 1, 50 peso to 1, 50 peso to 1. And it was easy for him to say, oh, okay, yeah, that's how much is that? 250,000 peso, which is $5. Or is that 100,000? Okay, we can do that. And so it's really easy to have a different mindset. The mindset can be very, it can be different, meaning that your mind is saying, okay, I can buy, that's not that much, but really it's $2,000. You know, 100,000 pesos is $2,000. It's just $2,000. I mean, would you spend $2,000 in U.S.? Probably not. I know that some of the guys have gone back and said they spend less money in U.S. The only thing difference between the Philippines and the United States of America is the service industry is cheaper and the apartments and rentals and the houses are cheaper. That is the only things that are really beneficial as far as cost factors. Everything else is going to basically cost you the same. Shaving cream costs the same if you can find it as it does in the U.S., maybe more. I even looked at a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. It's $20 a bottle. You may find that it's a little bit more expensive. They don't carry Pepto-Bismol where I'm at locally, so I have to buy it at Lazada. Coffee is $20 a container, so you have to really think about things. I know that for me, I find myself, it's easy for me to say, okay, I'll just pull out $400, 20,000 peso, and I'll just do my thing. That 20,000 can go really fast, you know, 5 or 6, 7,000 for groceries, you know, 5, 6, 7,000 for food, a couple thousand for internet. Before you know it, you're saying I got 3,000 or 4,000 left. It's like, what happened to it? That's 60, 80 bucks. A lot of times, I don't know if you're like me in U.S., you know, you have $100 in your wallet. You say, okay, it's doing pretty good. I mean, there was times where, you know, I had more than that. Times I had less than that. And I said, okay, I got to live on this until paycheck comes in a week or 3 days or 10 days or whatever it's coming. And you just did it. You just filled up the car, you know, 30, 40 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks. And then you had food at home and you just maintained the lifestyle. Here it's a little different. You will go to the store and buy the groceries. There's not really any extracurricular activities here. And what I mean by that, you can't go to the coffee, get a coffee shop. It's not like you scoot down to McDonald's where I live and go get your McDonald's burger. Well, if I did, you could get them. Now we're going to go to an area called Valencia City. It has them. It has them from time to time. Even though it's McDonald's, doesn't mean they're going to have burgers all the time. Same thing with Burger King, Dunkin' Donuts, even the same thing. You think it's a donut place, they have donuts and fresh coffee. well, even they are limited on things that they have there. So you have to really kind of think about things and kind of be prepared for things if you're planning on moving here. And be prepared for the cost factor. Not trying to be negative, but trying to be honest. I'm not trying to be negative because it still is a wonderful, beautiful place. Is it a pie in the sky? Sure, it's a pie in the sky if you want it to be. You know, you make your own world. So here, you just make your own world. If you don't have tortillas, you make your tortillas. If they don't have beef, you find something else to eat. If you don't have this, you find something else to do. So that's what you do. It's no different than it is in the U.S. If they didn't have beef at the supermarket, you go buy something else, pork or chicken or anything else that you like to eat. If they don't have all the above, you just figure it out and go eat mushrooms. You know, I don't know. I know that this morning, my van this morning, I have a small problem. My mirrors are not retracting. They retract. One retracts and the other one does not. So I'll have to have that looked at and see what's going on with that. I think it's maybe just a glitch in the motor. I don't know. Who knows? You know, it could be a simple thing, could be a bad thing. Motor still works. It's just not clicking in. So we'll see about that and get that fixed sometime or another. Another thing I want to talk about too is when you're living here in the Philippines, make sure that you're getting gasoline at the newer gas stations. Don't get the ones that are gas stations that have been here for, 10 years or 15, 20 years. Those tanks are the older tanks. They're steel and they leak. And a lot of people are having problems now with their fuel. You can hear them all day and night cranking up their fuel and fighting that battle. I always buy gas only at the new gas stations. The brand new with the plastic containers that are underneath the ground and don't leak yet. And hopefully they will never leak. So if you're buying fuel, make sure you buy fuel at a reputable place, a new place that you can get gas. We're at a quarter of a tank ourselves, so we're going to throw in 20, 30 bucks and see where we go from there. And hopefully we'll get that filled up. I know a lot of times you don't think about this. The simple thing in life is making sure that you always be prepared for the things that you can't get. The banking system. Last time Ruth got money at the land bank, they said that my card is now not being accepted at this particular bank, and they are declining all foreign customers that do not have an account at land bank. As of today, we went there today. Obviously, they retracted that statement on their statement because it can't print it out on the thing. We're not accepting cards unless you're a member of this particular bank. Well, apparently they retracted that statement and now they are accepting cards. We tried it today because it's an easy bank to get to, and she tried today and got the funds out, no problem. So as you know, things change daily here, so be prepared for that. The thing about banking here is like it is anywhere. They change it constantly. Before I was being charged $6 or $8 a transaction. Now just $5 a transaction, and then $5 transaction from my bank in US. But my bank in US fully refunds all transactions or fees that has to do with the card. So I have no fees or charges on my card at any given time from any bank. I refuse to pay a fee if I possibly can. I will search out a bank to do that, and I'm lucky to have that with my Wells Fargo. So you are charged $5 for the transaction at their bank, and then you charge $5 transaction there, and it can be at $10. Well, what they do, they charge me, and then they reimburse me the 10 bucks. That's being charged. It takes about 3 to 5 days for that 10 bucks to come back to me, but it comes back. It comes back, and I shout out to them for that. Chase Bank, I understand, does the same thing. There are multiple banks that do the same thing, no fees. And so if you have a card, it's international credit card. It's the same thing with Ruth's card. I made sure she had a card that's one she uses. So, it's there. I don't rarely use my card. Another thing that I want to talk about is getting your cards here. What a fiasco that is. You have to get with your bank, and we had this discussion yesterday in that video, but you have to get with the bank to make sure that you get access to your card. So if your card's going out of date, say in August, and you got to the 31st, make sure they send a card out, and make sure they send it to here. They can DHL it. You may have to pay for it. It's going to cost you 30 bucks or 40 bucks, but they will do that for you because it's the bank. They will do that for you. You just give them a DHL number and do that. And so that will help a lot. And make sure my car is not going to overheat. I've been sitting here, oh, it's a car in front of me. I was wondering where the smoke is coming out. Let me pull up a little bit here. I'm sticking a little bit out in the road, and I wanted to pull out up just a little. So I get my butt out of the road. There we go. Yeah, I saw that smoke coming out. I go, is that steam coming off my car? But it's not. We sometimes, when you buy something used and even new, it's a constant thing. You may have to constantly fix it. Luckily, I've been really lucky and I don't have to fix this. So everything's good that way. Let me turn this if you guys can see what's going on. Not much is going on there. But this video's been on 10 minutes. You can see where Ruth has cut out the eyeglasses here. And she did that freehand. I have to tell you, she did a really good job on that. I could not have done that. No way. And she used no template. Did it all freehand. But she's kind of an artist by trade anyway. She's got artistic abilities. She can draw and do anything on that. So last minute's 10 minutes and 25 seconds. I want to thank everybody. And Mr. Omer said that's enough talking for right now. Miss RR sitting in the back playing on her phone, doing selfies or talking. I want to thank everybody for always watching our videos, and thank everybody for always taking their valuable time with us. And I'll see you guys next time.